Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome to, I believe, the 6th episode of Entertainment Hour. I can't believe we haven't been canceled yet or written off. It's amazing to think. But welcome to C2C's Entertainment Hour. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, and check mark whenever we go live, and comment on our shows and all the programs. I mean, all of them, and make sure. Again, the bottom line down here has everything for you. For all your Christmas shopping needs on C2C, Suzanne's Paparazzi, the K&A Custom Crafts, it's all right there for you. Whoa, we're big now. Well, I am big now. But yeah, check out all the bottom line. Use the code there to get some percentage off of your purchases. Just be sure to lock in to all the shows. So with me, of course, we have Dragon Viper, and we have Crispy Bacon. How's everybody doing? I'll start off with Chris.
Doing good. Yeah, the holidays are coming up really quick, and time flies.
Yeah, it definitely does, man. Dragon Viper, how's your evening?
It's going okay. Just watching some movies, and now ready to, get this show going.
Yeah, definitely. Out here it's been raining. I think people lied in their songs when they said it never rains in Southern California. We've had some tremendous thunderstorms and lightning storms, especially overnight last night. Nothing tonight, but last night I wouldn't have been able to do a show because the rain was hitting the roof so damn hard. So there's like no way you'd been able to hear me. All right, so let's go with our first topic. And well, it's funny though, because I think about this all the time. The shows that we used to like, or the shows that were going on, and then all of a sudden stopped because of the writers and the actors strike that happened this year. And the question I saw, this was on, and Chris brought this topic to me. It was on a 2000s nostalgia Facebook page, a Facebook group by Brandon Harbaugh, no relation to Jim or John, I don't think. And I got this, I think, a couple of weeks ago, and I just never thought about it. I should have put it on. But it's the question to all of us. What TV show got canceled that you're still big mad about? I guess that's, basically saying that
really
you're
mad about. Yeah.
Not Mad TV. I really enjoyed that until you couldn't be funny anymore. So, Chris, I'll start off with you. What show that got canceled or just stopped airing new episodes were you mad about?
Ooh. I can't think of one. I used to watch, I guess, a sitcom, Mike and Molly.
Oh, yeah, that went on for a while.
It did, and all of a sudden, like, it ended, or Big Bang Theory, that just kind of abruptly ended. Now their spinoff is kind of abruptly ending, so.
Oh, Young Sheldon, is that like in its last season?
Coming up when, like, the new year starts.
I know we know one person that we don't really speak fondly of.
I like the show, but not
program.
That obsessed. I like the show, but not like that.
Don't ever be like, what's his name? So, Dragon Viper, what's one TV show that got canceled that you're still big mad about? Whatever that means.
I understand that this show ran 7 seasons. I understand the director wanted to end it so it didn't get completely stale. But I am still upset about Sons of Anarchy ending because it was, I don't really watch shows anymore. I watch like 90s stuff, 80s stuff, but Sons of Anarchy I actually did pay a lot of attention to, and I think that it ending, granted, yeah, I understand the director Kurt Sutter wanted to end it so that it wasn't like any other show that went beyond a certain amount of seasons and would become stale and viewers would drop. I get it, but I'm still kind of upset that they did end it. So I mean, if they could actually, I mean, they could have done more with those characters and they didn't. So no, I'd have to go with Sons of Anarchy.
Now, did it abruptly end where the story just wasn't told altogether, or was it, done where it wasn't a like a Sopranos thing where it was just pitch black at the end?
Well, they killed off a lot of the main characters in the final, especially the final. I want to say 4 episodes, 5 episodes. Most of the main characters were dying, and then the absolute main character died on the last episode. But they could have stretched out a little more. They could, if they wanted to kill all these characters off, they could have done it and stretch out for another season or 2. But they end up killing all these characters out of nowhere, and yeah, so they could have stretched it out. But I think Kurt Sutter wanted to completely just be done with it.
So it looks like we have already a comment. Gene Carlson saying, "Hi, y'all."
Hello, mother.
Ah, okay.
No.
Hello. Maybe my mom will come up soon in the comments, but don't, say the same answer over and over again like last week. All right, so my TV show or series that unfortunately couldn't continue because of the writers and actors strike of this year was Winning Time: The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty. It was a series on HBO Max or HBO. Was it on Showtime? I can't remember which. I know it was on
It
HBO
was probably
Max.
Showtime, but on Max. So
Yeah, I think that's
either
what
way.
it is. I get confused because I guess you can see it later or something on Max. I saw it a different way, an illegal way. FBI, if you want to come get me. Well, anyway, it was basically the story of the Showtime '80s Lakers. Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Pat Riley, Jerry Buss. I'm trying to remember John C. Reilly played a great Jerry Buss. I mean, it was perfect. John C. Reilly was awesome. It was just, it's based off of novels, so the stories were not all true. A lot of it was made up, but it made for great drama and theater, I would say. A lot of the throwback, logos and jerseys. It was awesome. It was fun. It was the only thing I watched that was new that I would say, hey, the last 2 years that, hey, I would, wait a day and watch a new episode of. I haven't done that in years because either something really disappointed me or I just never got hooked into something. That was the only thing. And because of the writer's strike, because of all that, the story basically ended right in the middle of the table of contents, basically. Right in the middle. There was no... and I hate it because it was like, I knew what happened, in real life or whatever, but you never want to see a story just break down in the middle. And that's what happened. So it was supposed to be like maybe 6 or 7 more years of, the story basically of how Magic Johnson wins more championships and he gets the HIV somehow. How the Lakers kind of crumble at the end. Kareem retires. There's more drama with Magic's girlfriend wanting to be a wife. And kind of pushing Magic to marry her after a while, and they finally do. But we never got to see that. It ended right in the middle of what would happen. Now they did do at the end. It was so bad, where they basically had kind of a collage of happenings, like what would happen each year or what would go on to happen just with like photos. And I just hated that because I wanted to see. We never got to see like, hey, Michael Jordan came into the league, the bad boy Detroit Pistons. We never got to see, other things that would eventually happen. So I was really let down by that, and I don't think they're coming back. I don't think there was enough of an audience in order for that series to continue.
I haven't heard of it, so
Yeah, but I can tell you all about it. So let's go to our next topic. So we're previewing or recapping a movie or a series we saw. I'll start off with you, Chris. Has there anything you've seen lately or that you want to see?
No, not at this point. I've just been really busy the last few weeks, but haven't really seen anything.
All right, how about you, Dragon Viper?
It is Christmas time, so I had to go, back to 2004. I have seen this before, and I really like this movie. But Christmas with the Cranks.
I've never seen that. Oh,
It's a real good movie. Has Tim Allen, Jamie Lee Curtis, Dan Aykroyd, and even Cheech Marin. So
wow.
And all they're trying to do is skip Christmas because they have nobody at home. Then they find out like a day or two before Christmas that their daughter is coming home and bringing a boyfriend, and so the whole neighborhood goes and tries to help them out to get Christmas back in their house and have this Christmas party and stuff like that. So I like it. It's really good.
That sounds like like a plot in maybe all of the Christmas movies that we've seen. They take a little from each, I guess. Fun fact though, the movie set that they have all those houses of that neighborhood, that was literally right down the street from me when I used to live in the LA area.
Really?
The studios were right down the street from me. It was an abandoned Boeing plant, like a huge plot of land. And it was, I think, Downey Studios, I think they're still there. I'm not sure. But where I grew up in Downey, California, they would do like movies. They would, Spider-Man, I think Spider-Man 1 was done there. And the scene where all those people are running, that was literally right down my street. And I was at school that day.
Oh.
And I just
couldn't. You missed it.
Yeah. So whenever I think of Christmas with the Cranks, or I think of Chris Brown video that he's singing a Christmas song in it, I think the background has those houses. So in that movie, I'm literally not right down the street, but there's a fence, then there's a main street, and then I'm that little street. So it's funny whenever you mention that, and I think Space Cowboys was done there, I want to say, before that. And then, yeah, like I said, Spider-Man. Yeah, good memories I never saw, basically, other from the set of the houses. All right, so me and Chris were talking about this before you got on Dragon Viper backstage. So I go on YouTube a lot. Like, I even have my own page right here, The Chair with James. So randomly, I don't know how this came up, but it was a 1950s video of basically how to act on your first date. And I'm thinking to myself, my times have changed from what I've heard. I don't know, because I've been with one for so many years now that, I haven't changed anything or I haven't done anything new like the new people are doing. But it's basically called What to Do on a Date from 1950. I mean, everybody's dressed up in suit and ties. Women have dresses on, nice hair. Well, it's black and white, so I can't tell you if it's probably regular hair. It's not like pink or blue like whatever these people are doing nowadays. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just amazing to notice the difference now. And then the way that they acted, it was like, hey, go into groups Make sure you don't go alone anywhere. And these are like teenagers basically. Go do activities and see how she acts in front of people. Like go out to eat, go to a picture show, they called it back then. But don't make any first moves or whatever. And I was just thinking about how now you contrast that. Yeah. I just think about like how things have really, really changed. And for some reason that came up on my break at work, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this and compare and contrast how the dating scene has kind of changed. And I mean, they've had videos, and this is on a channel on YouTube. It's called Old TV Time. So it tells you like good table manners, good eating habits, which I don't. As you can tell by the popcorn tin I have here. So they have all this on Old TV Time. And I just wanted to watch it for some reason and say, well, that's changed. You have to pay a woman nowadays to even go on a date. You have to like go on the phone and swipe whatever to go on a date. So it's just amazing again how things have changed. But that was my recap of something I watched, and man, it took me somewhere. Definitely Back to the Future, I think would be appropriate to say. All right, so let's get next to our topic. Music album of the week. I'll start with Dragon Viper. Was there an album that you could think of that stood out to you, maybe when you were younger, or you'll still play now?
Yeah, definitely. Def Leppard. Def Leppard's greatest hits, The Vault. I mean, I could hear that just like the last 2 weeks that, I mentioned, with their albums. I can do it with this one too. I can listen over and over and over. I mean, there's even like one specific song on that album that I can just rewind over and over and over and not ever get tired of it, and it's Hysteria. But I mean, a few of the songs that I really like on that album is Love Bites, When Love and Hate Collide, Foolin', again Hysteria. So I mean, it's an amazing album, amazing band, and one of these days I will actually be able to go see them in concert when they come to.
Oh, so where do they play at the Rose Garden, or not the Rose Garden, but
the Moda Center?
Moda Center, yeah, I call it the Rose Garden.
They have in the past, but they're going on tour this coming year with I believe Metallica and Journey and a few other rock bands. But they're going to go to California, and like most people do, they'll skip through Oregon and go right to Washington.
No,
so it's just like, are you kidding? But yeah, I want one of these days I'll actually see Def Leppard in concert.
They also have Pour Some Sugar on Me, is that right?
Yes,
that's one of their songs. I was trying to remember. I've tried to not stay away, but just like I've heard so many of the hits or whatever that okay, I know what that is, or I've heard that before and all that. All right, Chris, anything stand out to you, like an album or a song you heard that you could bring up?
No, trying to think of one. I don't.
I can tell you mine. And this one I could listen to just like Dragon Viper said, like all the way through. It's been in the news recently, honestly, because of the album cover. That's kind of a clue. It has a little baby in water chasing after a dollar bill.
I'm just looking for Nirvana.
Yeah, what was the details about it that they thought it was like something we can't say on the air?
Most likely, yeah.
Show.
I was worried about saying those two words together.
It's more of they can't show, I think.
Something like barely hanging or whatever. And then that baby, all grown up, tried to sue someone or whatever, but I don't think he won.
Mm-mm.
But it's Nevermind's album by Nirvana. This one, like many before, like we've mentioned Dragon Viper, I will listen all the way through. There's no skipping. There's no fast forwarding. Because look, it's like it has Smells Like Teen Spirit, In Bloom, Come As You Are, Breed, Lithium, Polly, Territorial Pissings, Drain You, Lounge Act, Stay Away, On a Plane, Something in the Way. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, honestly. It even beats their greatest hits album in a way. This to me was like their greatest hits album. So, not like all these to me are like hits. All these, like, I know the words of, I can sing them or scream them, whatever it takes. So I will probably tomorrow at work I'll listen to this to wake up, I guess. But yeah, Nevermind's Nirvana's Nevermind is my album. Anything, Chris, you found? I know it's Christmas time. We'll get to the
Right.
songs and all that about that.
I don't have anything, no. But
All right.
I do remember that Nirvana thing you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, that thing.
When you brought it up.
It's yeah. I'm looking for it, but it's irrelevant now. Oh yeah, here we go. So our next topic was, basically new shows or movie streaming. Let's see where we are. All right, so it's 11 shows and movies to watch this weekend. It's PureWowEntertainment.com. Shout out to them. So this is streaming movie releases. The first one here, Maestro, I think we talked about this. Bradley Cooper, he's nearly unrecognizable as a composer. Just, it's weird. If you see his face and maybe the way, if he talks rarely, you'll notice he's definitely different in that. You can see that on Netflix. And HBO Max will have Barbie. I'm sure you've seen the commercial wherever you may be. With Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie, among others. That is also out for streaming anywhere. Dr. Death is a Peacock series. Check that out again on Peacock. A crazy one here is Anatomy of a Fall. It's a courtroom drama, focuses on a woman trying to prove her innocence after the death of her husband. You can see that on Apple TV Plus. Gran Turismo, pretty sure I said that right. Not based on a true story. You can watch that on Netflix. It's basically a real life story of Jan Mardenborough, whose gaming skills caught the attention of Nissan. And he transformed from a gamer into a race car driver. So if you like racing, that would be something to like. The Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That's back into the early days of Panem. And you can find that on Apple TV. I know a lot of people that like the Hunger Games series, and that's just a prelude, I would say. Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget. So if you remember that movie from back in the day, that's on Netflix. I think Dragon Viper, you mentioned this one, The Family Plan with Mark Wahlberg. That's on Apple TV Plus. You like it? It's like a. I know I don't watch anything like so. I'll try to find it somehow. So another one is My Life with the Walter Boys. That's on Netflix. Based on a novel, a 15-year-old girl. I should probably stop there. Archie, it's a official. It's a movie here. British drama. Depicts the fascinating life of Cary Grant, who became a tremendous Hollywood actor. You can watch that on BritBox, wherever you can find that. And then Killers of the Flower Moon. That's Leonardo DiCaprio. Robert De Niro's in that. That's also on Apple TV Plus. Chris, any of these interest you?
I would say the Hunger Games. I haven't seen a lot of the Hunger Games. I think I saw the first one. I need to catch up on the others, but I'll at some point watch the Hunger Game, the newer one. So I'll go Hunger Game.
I know for me, Killers of the Flower Moon, it's been out for, I think, a couple of weeks now. Has DiCaprio, like I mentioned, Robert De Niro, and then Brendan Fraser. And if you haven't really followed his story, his ex-wife basically like controlled his life after a while, and he kind of let himself go. He didn't act in many things, and now he's kind of back in the public eye, and people are starting to see him more, and it's a very good thing for his confidence. So I'm hoping to watch that movie. Dragon Viper, any of these interest you?
Yeah, I don't watch Apple TV because I don't believe in Apple. So I'm going to have to wait for the Family Plan to come out somewhere else. Also, I would like to watch Killers of the Flower Moon. That sounds, like something I would watch.
All right, so yeah. Movies in the theaters, I believe, this weekend. Anyone But You. It's I just want to say a love story starring Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell, among others. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Of course, you'll have Jason Momoa. Ben Affleck is in this, along with Nicole Kidman. Wow. And also Amber Heard. If you know her story, that's
Okay.
That's something.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't think she would get another role, to be honest with you, but
It's been a while.
yeah, it should have been longer. The Iron Claw is a wrestling movie with Zac Efron, among others. I don't think I'll watch that, but I've seen a preview of that. The studio coming out of that or making that A24, it's got some real interesting movies in the past. This might be another one of those. Migration, it's a cartoon movie with Elizabeth Banks, Aquafina, Danny DeVito, not Tommy DeVito, Kenan Michael Key, among others. So take your kids to go watch that, I guess. American Fiction. Now this one is pretty interesting. Jeffrey Wright is in this, as well as Tracy Ellis Ross, Adam Brody. Remember him from the OC. That movie is wild. You can find that on MGM Plus, as well as in theaters. Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. You can find that on Netflix. Anthony Hopkins is a name that I recognize, not many else. The Boys in the Boat. Not Navy SEALs, I guess, but
It's rowers from like the Olympics.
Oh, that's right. That's what that was. If you're into that, that's out December 25th. The Color Purple, the remake of it. Halle Bailey, not Halle Berry, but Halle Bailey is starring with that, along with Taraji P. Henson, David Alan Grier, and then one of my favorite people, Louis Gossett Jr., Corey Hawkins, and Dion Cole. So there's a little comedy probably in that when you think about the last two names. So that should be interesting. And it seems like a lot of movies are being brought back, or a lot of TV shows, but they're being done a little different. This might be another one. Ferrari, that's made by Neon. This one is featuring Adam Driver, of course, Ferrari driver. Shailene Woodley, haven't seen her in a while in a movie. Penelope Cruz. I've heard a lot of great things about this movie, Ferrari. I think I'll end it there. But any of these movies stand out to you that you might want to go see, Dragon Viper?
There's only one, Iron Claw. I absolutely do want to go see that.
It's like I didn't even have to ask you.
Well, because I like the Von Erichs. So, I mean, if you're a Von Erich fan, you got to go watch it. I mean, it's a must.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm like, okay, that's him. Sure. I'll go with
70s,
you.
70s, 80s, and 90s. A little bit of the 90s. Yeah. So
See, I would like that because I like the movies that go kind of back in time, but not too far back in time. So that'd be perfect. Chris, any of these you'd be intrigued to see?
Von Erichs might be one, only because I've heard stories about the Von Erichs. My parents went to see them when they were at the Sportatorium here, doing the wrestling promotion they ran. So I probably would go see that one. And then probably the Olympic one, the Boys in the Boat. Olympics are coming up this coming year. Might as well.
Oh, I forgot all of. Yeah, okay, that's right. I'll probably see Ferrari. If I was able to go. I just want to see Penelope Cruz, and I heard she does a good job in this movie. Adam Driver is always a good one, so that's definitely something to look out for. Like all those movies look kind of good. So again, with the writer strike and the actor strike, delaying TV shows among other things, kind of tried to find topics, but it's not coming. It's almost January, February. I think new shows will come out or new seasons will come out of shows. So since it's Christmas time or it's almost Christmas time, whatever you celebrate out there, happy holidays to you as well. This question, I don't want to get personal or whatever, but basically, what are your plans for entertainment on Christmas? Like, what do you usually do? I guess would be the question. I'll start off with Chris. What do you usually do for entertainment for Christmas? Do you watch a movie? Do you listen to like albums with family?
There's usually Christmas music, and then of course visiting with family and doing all of that. But not really entertainment like on TV, but there's definitely like Christmas music and all that.
I was trying to think, was there like a day after Christmas, like Black Friday type of thing going on? Is that a thing, or am I tripping? I don't know. I'm thinking like you would think that would be a thing though. A day after Christmas, go shopping for all the stuff you couldn't get or whatever, and it's like a percentage off. Somebody should come up with that if not already. Dragon Viper, what are your plans usually for entertainment on Christmas? Like, do you go out, look at houses, lighting houses, watch movies? Is there a certain one? Do you listen to certain songs during Christmas when you open presents?
I don't know. It just depends on the year. I've done so many different things all these years that it just, I don't know. One year I'd go look at lights. One year, I'd join a bunch of, people and we open presents. Another year, it doesn't seem the same every single year. So
No, yeah, you're right.
And to be honest, I don't know about this year. I just roll with whatever happens at this point. So
when I think about it, I don't know if it's happened in your neighborhood. It hasn't necessarily happened in mine. I don't know if it happens anymore, but does anybody do like the Christmas caroling anymore, or is that just in like the gated communities? Has that happened in your guys' neighborhood?
Going around
not that I recall.
Yeah, just people going around singing and people come out and watch you. Yeah,
not so big around here. I mean, maybe a small little group here or there, but not as big.
Now this doesn't count for like dogs all coming around just howling for no reason. Imagine that. Yeah, for me, usually it's centered around. Well, this year because I have to work day before or day after, so I don't want to stray too far, and all my family lives away. So usually it's like listen to all the Christmas music, get rid of it in one day, like all of it, and we'll get to the song list of songs, but literally get through that one day, and it's usually watching what's ever on, like live sports. And this year, luckily, the NFL has 3 games, and then not only do you have that, but you have NBA action. You also have, Christmas Story is always on, I think, 24 hours or more on the Turner networks. So whenever you have like 2 hours or 3 hours, you can go right to that.
Well, generally, that's, at least every year I have to watch it once.
Right.
A Christmas Story. I have to watch it once.
I will this year. I told myself, I saw a reel, I think yesterday, the day before that, the scene. I think it's the ending where they're in that Chinese restaurant or whatever,
It's
and
at
the
the
waiters
very
are
end.
singing that song.
Yeah.
So I told myself, yeah, I'm gonna go watch that, or I'm gonna watch that this year. And this question too, it's kind of, I don't know if it's childish or whatever, but it's basically, what do you want for Christmas? It could be literally anything, imaginative or something outside of your control, or like something you would like or need, personally. I'll go with you, Dragon Viper. Like, what do you want for Christmas?
I have no idea. I really don't. I don't, I don't really focus on the things I need or want. Especially for Christmas. Every time I'm asked this, I'm like, I don't know. Whatever you
I'm like that
find,
too.
whatever you find that's like wrestling related or dragon related, or a
Okay.
snake, or something cool, or Dallas related or whatever. So it's not specifically anything I really want or need. It's more of a, if you think it's cool, I'll take it,
It's for
kind of
you.
thing. And people
Do
know
you
I like
have?
coffee. People know I like coffee, so I would get Dutch Brothers cards, and which is a coffee shop around here.
I finally
Um,
tried that. That was really good.
Yeah, it is. And so I don't really focus like for Christmas on, and the same thing with my birthday. I don't really say, "Hey, I would like this for my, for Christmas. I would like just whatever's cool." And people that know me know what I like, so if they want to get it, cool.
I can see that. Chris, same question. Is there anything you would want for Christmas? Any wish, maybe?
I'm kind of in the same boat as Dragon Viper a little bit. It's like, I don't know what I want. I don't really need anything per se. They'll be asked what you want. I don't know. I'm not quite sure, but I'm kind of in the same boat.
I
It's
mean,
fine. Go
I,
ahead, Dragon Weaver.
I mean, it's like, I I appreciate anything I get. I'm really grateful. So, I mean, that's what makes it where more about what, why I don't know what I want is because I'm grateful with whatever I get.
And for me,
I've lived on the streets before. I know what it's like to have nothing. So whatever I get, I'm grateful for. So that's why it's hard to choose for me.
that's some real talk right there. For me, God, what do I want? Yeah, I mean, material things just seem kind of, I guess, less necessary in a way. It's more like, hey, pay your stuff. The necessities of life, I guess, would be the one thing I wish I can cover, that I can be good with. The wishes is like, I'm gonna sound like a pageant contestant, but world peace, especially now. I mean, damn. Now, like world, literally, I don't know how it's gonna happen. It'll never happen, but I really wish for that. It's like I'll give up whatever I'm gonna get for Christmas, if anything, and even whatever I get myself, I would give it up just to like not have whatever's going on in the world that's negative. I guess that would be mine. Like I said, I don't need anything material wise, I guess. Now I do have a raffle prize at my job that I'm gonna get tomorrow, and I don't know what it is. So that's gonna be a surprise. And I would guess if it's like a purse or something, I'm gonna definitely give that away.
Just give it to someone who needs it.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna.
There you go.
I'm not gonna carry no purse around. I know that. So we'll see tomorrow what that is at my job that I'm eventually gonna leave. All right, so let's get to our top 10 lists. We have 2 of them tonight because again, nothing's really going on. It's Christmas time though. And this one, I think we mentioned a few movies already, but I want to know what everybody's top 10 favorite Christmas movies are. I'll go with Chris. Do you have your list?
I do. We'll go. Well, I won't say reverse order, but let's see. Hold on. Oh, okay. Reverse order. You can debate it all you want. I don't know. Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Dragon Viper, you said that it is a Christmas movie?
I half of me thinks it is, half of me thinks it isn't. But Bruce Willis has gone out on record and said it is not a Christmas movie.
It basically only has a Christmas party in it, right?
Yeah, it's a Christmas scene, but Bruce Willis said it's a Bruce Willis movie. It is not a Christmas movie.
Didn't C2C's own Adam Barber mention that it was, and he was defending that it was? Or was it Brandon?
I think so.
I can't remember, but we had this discussion before. We had a little thing about that. All right, Chris, go ahead.
You can put any version of this movie, but How Did Grinch Stole Christmas? Probably
Which one do you like the most, though?
Probably the Jim Carrey one.
I think
it's really the Grinch, but same thing.
I might have seen that, but I think I fell asleep. I seen a little bit of it.
I did too.
Too much egg now.
Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, damn it. Okay. So I've never seen that, and people tell me like you really should. It's like real. I mean, the story is like it's like sad, it's glad or whatever. I feel bad. I still haven't seen
that. Miracle on 34th Street.
German Store, yeah, that's a really good one.
Polar Express.
Oh God, that reminds me of what's his name. He loves that movie.
A Christmas Story.
Yes, I think we all 3 would watch that in a heartbeat.
Elf.
Yep, same thing.
Home Alone. And A Wonderful Life.
Oh, that's A Wonderful Life. Never mind. Wait. That's right. That's the Jimmy Stewart one. Who stars in that Miracle on 34th Street? I forget.
Never seen it.
Me neither. Or it's in black and white, but I know NBC used to play it all the time, but I vaguely remember it. Anyway, Dragon Viper, you have your list.
Yeah, I do. I'm getting called out by my mother, by the way.
Oh, Chris, go ahead. Put on the comments.
Yeah.
We'll read them off.
Okay. Let's see. We'll go in order here. Let's see. Chrissy, but this Die Hard.
And what does she think, though?
I'm
gonna say she says no, it isn't.
No, I don't think so. And then next comment.
Randy, you said
I got called out.
Movie. Yep.
Anyway, my list. I have A Christmas Story. I have Home Alone 1 and 2. I have Bad Santa.
I love that one.
I have National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yep.
I have Jingle All the Way.
Yes. Yes.
Nightmare Before Christmas. I have the 1964 version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh yeah.
Good one.
I have A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the 1966 one.
Mhm.
I didn't really care for the Jim Carrey one very much. 8 Crazy Nights with Adam Sandler. 4 Christmases. And then I'm on my honorable mentions. 4 Christmases, The Santa Claus, and Violent Night.
Violent Night. Is that one that
David
recently
Harbour.
came out?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
where David Harbour's the Santa Claus, and he helps these robbers, beats these robbers.
That's
up.
right.
Yeah,
Oh, I was gonna watch that. I just forgot.
it was good.
Maybe I'll watch it one day. All right, so my top 10 or more list. I was thinking of no, that's songs. I'm sorry. Top 10 list.
I did that.
You
too,
mentioned Christmas Vacation. And what's funny, I only saw that for the first time like 3 years ago. I never saw it before. I don't know why.
Oh,
And I loved it. And I watch it every year that it comes up. Among all the other vacation movies, I really like that one. There's so many great moments in that movie. The Santa Claus with Tim Allen, like back in the 90s, back in the 90s. Not any of the remakes or whatever. I'm talking about that one with Tim Allen. I grew up watching that all the time. The scene that I kind of remember is when Tim Allen's taking the kid. They're out late at night or something. It's snowing. And the kid's like, why did we stop, or where are we? And he's like, oh, we're at Denny's. And that was probably the first time that I ever remember seeing Denny's. I would never go to Denny's when I grew up. And I always remember that from that movie, but I would never go until years later. A Christmas Story, of course. Like I said, I'm going to definitely watch that on Monday sometime. Okay. People kind of debate about this movie being a Christmas movie as well. But Friday After Next, I think it is, because there's literally like Christmas decorations all around. It's the week of, basically, and the day of, where everything goes down. That ghetto person stealing everything is dressed in the Santa Claus outfit, stealing everybody's presents, So I consider it a Christmas movie, and it's one of my favorites, definitely.
wow.
And then again, to stir up controversy, Trading Places. I don't think anybody thinks it is. No, the one with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd, where they take these two guys take Eddie Murphy, that's a homeless person, and he make a bet and turns him into the CEO, and Dan Aykroyd has to switch places with him. I know there's a Christmas, big Christmas company party, but it's around it's almost like Die Hard in a way, where there is a Christmas scene, and then it's just basically winter in Philadelphia. So I guess people could debate about that, but I think it is, because Dan Aykroyd, ends up in a dirty Christmas or in a Santa outfit, and he goes to the party, and he knows basically everybody there, and he puts like all the food that's displayed out in his Santa outfit. He takes his big salmon and puts it in his Santa coat or whatever. So I think it is. Okay, next one is Ernest Saves Christmas. I grew up watching like all the Ernest movies, and for me, I think it was, Yeah, it was in Orlando, Florida, based in Orlando, Florida. And the one thing I remember, they have a scene where it's snowing in Florida, which will never ever happen, I don't think. But it was just funny as hell to me. Charlie Brown Christmas, also a great soundtrack, which we'll get to. And then Jingle All the Way. For some reason, I love that movie. I love the whole cast in that movie. I mean, God rest his soul, Phil Hartman is in that. He's kind of that neighbor that will trick you and will go behind your back, of course. Sinbad is that mailman trying to, steal the toy from Arnold Schwarzenegger, who tries to act like a dad. Turbo Man, I always remember the character from that movie, or the doll that they were trying to all get, basically. And just the mad rush to try to get that one doll for their kids. I always remember that. And The Perfect Holiday. Now that's one with Morris Chestnut, Gabrielle Union. It's basically like a absent dad. That's Charlie Murphy. He's a rap star, and he really doesn't want to take care of his kids. And Gabrielle Union's the mother of three, and he's trying to find like a responsible person. And Morris Chestnut is basically one of the men, I guess, that stand up for everything. And I think Queen Latifah's an angel, I want to say, in it or whatever. Faison Love is in it as well. I got to watch it again, but those are my top 10 movies. I know some of them are pretty debatable if they aren't Christmas movies. All right, so let's also go with the top 10 favorite Christmas songs. I'll start with Dragon Viper with this. What's your top 10 favorite Christmas songs?
All right, and this is how I did this. I went and I put the title, and then I put the singers and the year.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. The first one's going to be Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer by Elmo and Patsy in 1979. Second one is Leroy the Redneck Reindeer from Joe Diffie in 1995.
Okay.
The third one is all three Hanukkah songs from Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
From 94, 98, and 2002. I had to have all of them in one. The fourth one is Hard Candy Christmas by Dolly Parton from 1982. Wow. The fifth one is You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch by Terry Ravenscroft in 1966. The next one is the Chipmunk song, Christmas Won't Be Late. And that one was in 1958.
Wow, I didn't realize that old.
I didn't either. The seventh one is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer by Gene Autry in 49. The next one is A Holly Jolly Christmas by Burl Ives in 1964. Next one, Blue Christmas by Elvis.
Oh, yeah.
In 1957. And the 10th one is Feliz Navidad by Jose Feliciano in 1970. And of course, I have to have the honorable mentions. One is Santa Baby by Eartha Kitt with Henry Renee and his orchestra in 1953. Then I have Christmas Time's A-Comin' by Sammy Kershaw, 1994. And, I almost didn't put this as an honorable mention, but, there's people out there that like this song. So I kind of like it, but I think it's really annoying, but I still like it. If that makes any sense.
No, it does. Yeah.
But All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey, 1994. So,
I would have said 93. I would have been wrong.
But yeah, so those are my songs. But yeah, the last honorable mention is annoying, but in a way, I still kind of like it.
You can never escape it. That's for sure. Around this time of year, and how. All right, Chris, what's your top 10 list?
I kind of have the same number 1, so we'll skip that one. We'll go number 10 through 2, I guess. We'll go 10. Do they know it's Christmas? Do you know who it's sang by? Or for? Because I have it.
Is that David Bowie and Bing Crosby? Bing Crosby? I think that's who sings that. Or that
I
there's
don't know.
different versions probably.
Well, this one's by the Band-Aid. You know.
Oh, yeah. That's I get those confused. Okay.
It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year by Andy Williams.
That's his name.
Rocking Around the Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee. White Christmas by Bing Crosby. Feliz Navidad by Jose
Feliciano.
Yeah. Santa Claus is Coming to Town by various artists. It could be either one. They're
Jackson 5.
How many?
Jackson 5.
Oh, okay.
The group.
Let's see. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. It's the Christmas song, apparently.
Oh, Nat King Cole. That's one of mine. Yep. Duh.
Last Christmas.
Wham.
That's Jingle Bell Rock by Bobby Helms, and All I Want for Christmas, Mariah Carey.
I think we all kind of sweep some of those. So yeah, definitely one of those is Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas. Again, that tops the charts in the month of December. And remember, I think last week we had a topic about that one old song that became more of a hit than Mariah Carey, but I forgot whom it was. I think it was Rockin' Around the Christmas. I think it was Brenda Lee. It was that one that we talked about last week.
It was.
Okay, so Mariah Carey is one of them for me. And then This Christmas by Donny Hathaway. Anytime I think of Christmas, I automatically put that song on. The Temptations with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I like that over Silent Night, but I think it's just soulful. It sounds awesome. For me, Stevie Wonder has two of them. That's What Christmas Means to Me and Someday at Christmas. I love both of those. Run DMC had Christmas in Hollis. It's a rap song. I really enjoy that one. A rock song by the Waitresses. Christmas Rapping. I really enjoy that one. And then, of course, the Vince Guaraldi Trio. It's basically the Charlie Brown Christmas song. Christmas Time is Here. That brings back a lot of good memories. Christmas Vacation by Mavis Staples. Of course, that's one of the good ones out there. Luther Vandross's Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Boyz II Men featuring Brian McKnight, Let It Snow. And then some of the honorable mentions, Paul McCartney's Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time. And then John Lennon's So This Is Christmas, War Is Over. I really enjoy those songs. All right, so obviously we were all greatly prepared for that, and I just love music, so I'm happy we all got ours in there. All right, let's end the show with some quick trivia if I could find it. It went away, but here we go. We're going to do Christmas movie trivia. So I'll let you get your minds thinking about that as I find it. All right, we'll start off with Chris here. All right, what is the name of the Grinch's loyal dog? Is
Max.
it A, Max? Oh, you got that. Okay. All right, Dragon Viper. In the film Elf, what is the main character's buddy's favorite type of pasta? In the movie Elf, what is Buddy's favorite type of pasta?
I didn't pay much attention to it. I know it had something to do with syrup because he would always eat syrup, but syrup pasta. That I don't
If
know.
that's true, because the answer is spaghetti.
I was thinking
If-
spaghetti, but I'm like, that's too obvious.
If he puts, ugh, what?
Yeah, he did do that. Didn't he have like a bottle
Ugh,
of
syrup.
syrup, and he would put it on everything because he loved the sugar.
What the hell? Okay, I gotta look out for that then. Jeez.
I'm looking it up, but you can.
Yikes. All right, Chris. In the movie Home Alone, what is the name of the young boy that is left behind during Christmas vacation?
You give him the easy ones. What?
Well, you can still after this.
Yeah, there's no way I'm still in this one.
Well, I don't know that one.
Dragon Viper.
What was the question?
In the movie Home Alone, what is the name of the young boy left behind by his family? Kevin McAllister. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dragon Viper. In the film The Nightmare Before Christmas, what holiday does Jack Skellington discover?
Christmas.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Why would they answer?
Okay,
And you said, hey, you don't get easy ones.
Okay, I got the pasta answer.
He better
It was-
not.
It was spaghetti, but it was topped with a lot of maple syrup, candy, marshmallows, and crushed up Pop Tarts.
Yeah.
Sounds
Sounds
like
like-
something. What's his name? Would you? Yeah,
Isaiah.
try. Yeah.
Isaiah Wood.
What the hell? All right, Chris. What is
Yeah.
the name of the Grinch's love interest in How the Grinch Stole Christmas? The newer movie with Jim Carrey, like you mentioned. What is the love interest of the Grinch?
I'm gonna go with Lola. I don't know. Lola.
No. What do you think, Dragon Viper?
It was Martha.
Martha May. That's where that comes from. I never knew that. All right, Dragon Viper. What does George promise to give to Mary at the beginning of It's a Wonderful Life?
I pass. I've never watched that movie.
Chris, what do you say? It's in the sky.
Yeah,
That's all I can tell you.
I don't know.
You just had to say that now.
What is it?
The moon.
I don't remember watching that at all. All right, Dragon Viper. In the movie The Santa Claus, what date does Bernard say Scott is due back at the North Pole?
Oh. The date?
Yeah, the date Bernard say Scott is due back at the North Pole. So Santa, what day is Santa due back at the North Pole to get ready for all the work he has to do for Christmas, basically?
Wow. I would say it's definitely been a while since I've seen this. I would have to say November 25th.
August 1st.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Uh,
Thanksgiving. When you think about it, yeah, that's true life there. So you got that one. Chris, what's the name of the dog and How the Grinch Stole Christmas? Did we already do that one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was the first one. Why is it repeating? Let's see. We'll do one more each here. Oh, in Home Alone, Chris, where does Kevin family go for Christmas? Where do they go without him?
Is it the first one?
Yeah, the first one. I didn't even know this.
Chicago?
I think that's where they leave from, right? Dragon Viper. Where does the family go?
Paris.
Yep. And we'll end it with this. In the Christmas story, Dragon Viper, what gift does Ralphie receive from his aunt?
A pink bunny suit.
I love that. All right, that was fun. There's so many more here. Like, in what movie is Turbo Man the hot Christmas toy? We can already say that.
All the way.
I'll give you both one more. You can just shout out one answer. What is the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time?
Polar Express.
Nope. You would think.
Die Hard.
Imagine.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be. My guess is The Grinch.
Home Alone. I guess it was that much of a hit back in the day that, it just, and it's not the whole series. They just say the first Home Alone. All right, so this has been a fun holiday edition of Entertainment Hour. Next week, we should have, the in memoriam of who we lost in the entertainment world. That's something I'm going to work diligently on. And then we also have a great idea from Dragon Viper with some topics that we're all going to definitely enjoy going through. And if you out there have anything you want us to talk about or bring up, just let us know on the show, or if you know us, DM us, and we'll bring it up definitely. So we'll get to our final thoughts. Chris, what's yours?
Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in, watching, listening. Hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Apparently, I heard on local radio tomorrow, I can't remember the show, but tomorrow's Festivus.
Oh, Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never knew when that starts or whatever. I didn't really watch that
Apparently
show.
tomorrow, so I don't know. But enjoy the holidays, everybody.
Oh, Dragon Viper, what's your final thoughts?
My final thoughts, just thanking everybody for watching. You had my mom, Jean, on there. You had a friend of mine, Kylie. You had Christy on there, Alicia. I just want to thank everybody for leaving comments and watching. And I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, and we will see you next week.
Awesome. And my final thoughts, thank you for everybody watching. Be sure to check out all the programs, I should say, on Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. Of course, Sunday morning, we should have the morning tailgate previewing and recapping some of the Week 16 NFL action. Because there's games, before and after Sunday for the NFL world. One thing, I left work one day and I went to a store and they had something I really enjoyed as a kid. Now the tins have got smaller because now I can grip it with one hand. It wasn't that way before. But if you remember the trio box of popcorn, so it came with caramel corn, cheese, and butter popcorn. I really enjoy this. Like, probably tomorrow or Sunday, I'm gonna go get 3 of these after work, and you can see I'm already down to the caramel corn.
Uh-oh.
So I need to go get at least 3 more of these and have these for the new year as well, if it lasts that long. So thank you to that store for bringing that back. So,
He throws it.
well, they're so light now. When I think about it, as a kid, it was heavy metal, like heavier, and that's just like nothing tin. That's like the Tin Man. Nothing. All right, so thank you for watching Entertainment Hour. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, all of us, and then the network here at C2C. And we'll see you next time on Entertainment Hour. Take us out, Chris.